Okay, I have supplies. That's a good thing. Now, let's fix this. Let's try this again. Put this on here. And I'm going to replace all of the old ones that are crappy because they're just going to break on me. Now, this little guy is an individual service provider. That goes to the bird bath. And if you haven't followed us before, one of the things we do is we hook our irrigation into our bird bath so that when the irrigation runs, the bird bath gets some water, which is a really important thing for a lot of the birds around here. I'm going to see, let's see, where does this one go? I've got feeder lines to all over the bed here. Okay, I see where that goes. That goes over there. And we actually don't need it yet because there's nothing planted there. So, I will leave this up in the air so it doesn't get dirt in it. And I will close up anything there. Okay, what else do I have? I have this green one, which does go up there. That one needed to be replaced because it broke. That's an older one. I'm just going to cut that one off, and this one is also broken. So we'll cut that one off too. And we'll throw those in here because I don't like small things all over my garden. Now, one of the things you'll notice is when I have this here, this is my collection of parts for my drip irrigation. I almost always have it closed. And that is the reason for that is I am really not a huge fan of having to, it's at least latched this way, if not that way. Picking up all those little pieces is a pain in the you guess where. So, it's not my idea of a good time, so we try and avoid it. Yeah, generally a good idea. All I have to do, I spit on the ends of these because it makes them slide in a little easier. And I'm gonna, come on, give me a little more line. There we go. You do need to be careful about how tight you make these lines. That in and of itself can cause them to break. Sometimes it can also cause the lines to crimp a little, which you don't want. This is the green one that I want to have work because that goes up here. Some people I know use some sort of an oil or something. Some people just cram in. I find it just a little bit of spit makes it go in a lot faster. Having these tubes warm also makes a huge difference. So everything's been sitting out in the sun. It's very warm here today, so that makes it easier. When you are working in cold weather, these things are really hard to work with. I'm going to tuck these around the back because I can. I have enough extra line. Okay, now, where does this one go? These are lines left over from last year. This also goes up top. So I will run that through here to keep it safe. And I got plenty of extra lines, so I'll run it around the backside. There we go. Okay. Now, I have a individual feeder here I can see that's loose. Where does it go? It goes here, and it's going in there. Okay, that is probably going to one of the rosemary plants, so we'll let it go. And we'll put it in here. It's one of the lines in here. It's a little shorter than I would prefer it to be, but I'll just keep it for now, and we'll see how well it works. This is not a huge area, so what you have to decide, you always have to balance the number of drip lines with the amount of time that you're willing to run it for. I've gotten a couple of new drip lines that I brought over. I'm going to start pinning these guys in place with little things. Let's get this out of the way. Get you out of the way, get you out of the way, because tripping over these things is just like deadly. It's my main complaint about drip line, is you can trip over them. Get this untangled here. That would be a good thing. I'm going to run that right between these two rows because that way it'll water both sides. Remember, water spreads out in both directions, not just in one. What I will do is after this is completed, I will run it for some period of time. Ouch, ouch. Okay, here's the line that I was telling you went to the bird bath. So I will put that up there. I usually wind up fiddling around with these a little bit when I install them. And sometimes you need to fine adjust it after they're in. You get to be very tuned in to beep sounds, because there's nothing like doing a whole section of information for people and then discovering you didn't record it. And sometimes you just can't redo it because you finished the project. Okay, this is not going to get all the way down, but that's okay. There we go. So that takes care of these lines. That's the kind of things you'll discover sometimes when you're doing this, is that, oh, a piece got stepped on, broken. The pieces get brittle over time from the UV. They usually last for a couple of years, but every once in a while you get a piece that's more brittle than others, and just the way it goes. Go. What I will do now is I will wait till this is run for a while to make sure it's running correctly. Sometimes you get something that's stopped up or something. This brown line, irrigation line, is pretty new, so it should be fine. But it's never a bad thing to check. I see it drips off of all the lines. That's a good start. Well, since watching irrigation lines drip is similar to watching paint dry, I'm going to say be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, because we obviously have lots more to do. I still have about another 20 leeks to plant. Got to decide which bed I'm going to put them in. I have an idea. Probably going to put them over there by the rhubarbs, because they've already started coming up, and there's a nice section there that I should be able to put them into pretty easily. And pretty easily sounds like a good plan right now. So yeah, and then they'll be in the shade more, which will slow them way down but keep them a lot more comfy for hot weather. And we'll see how that goes. But I did that last year and it worked really well, so we'll try it again this year. So until next time, bye.